Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. Today we're talking about how the past is affecting you. Now, when I was looking at these cards, I was wanting a little more clarity on where they wanted me to go with this today, because your cards have been very, very positive this week. They've been rooted in love and how you see life and what you focus on. And I pulled out these cards here, and the first thing that occurred to me is that they're not seeing through the eyes of the mind, which usually tells me they're seeing from the eyes of the heart. There's no eyes here. Her eyes are blocked here. Her eyes are closed, and her eyes are closed. So I believe that it's going back to basics, going back to what you need to look at in your life from an internal point of view. So we're going to take a look at that further, Pisces. We have the Flower Spirit. We're going to look at the Two of Cups, which is also a meeting of hearts. And we're going to see what the cards have to say, also with Spirit in tow. All right. So this is number 10, a cycle shift, of course. Flower Spirit talks about soul, tenderness, joy, friendship. And it says, this card shows the tender and sensitive flower fairy, the soul of each plant. She listens with all her heart to her friends and provides a soothing caress when their edges get prickly. By enjoying life and keeping the playfulness in her heart, she's a source of inspiration and joy. Her childlike vision helps her see the good in all things, especially herself. So, very much a focus on beauty, on love. Now, for some of us, if you're talking about the past, it hasn't always been the case. Maybe we've been subjected to quite a bit of reality in the drama, in the, well, I won't call it reality, the reality that we were subjected to. Okay? Oh, like the soul on fire. One of the elements, back to basics, is fire. Okay? And this is 38, which comes down to 11. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to soul on fire. Passion, laser-like focus on your goal. Infectious enthusiasm, success on the way. Finding what lights you up. Fearlessly pursue that which sets your soul ablaze. Soul on fire is an exhilarating state. It's impulsive. It's catchy. It's the one tunnel vision option that lies ahead of you that you absolutely cannot stop thinking about. It's passionately obsessive and thrilling, and it's always filled with warm spirals of escalating energy. What do you see when you look at your tomorrow? Does it reverberate excitement? Is there fire energy there? If there isn't, you may be running after empty substitutes for your dream. And it's time to find true zest for your journey. When you make the decision to expand your life this way, the shift can happen quickly. Souls ablaze are magnetic and have a way of making huge changes in short spurts. Extraordinary experiences are built from within ordinary everyday lives. You have everything you need to find the spark of fascination for your journey. And they were talking about, even yesterday, they were showing you that if you pick that kind of energy, if you focus, abracadabra, things are going to start happening. Again, we've had the King of Wands that I showed you earlier this week with the insignia on his chest, showing you that you're picking from being protective with your heart to being a force to reckon with, to take the lead in your life with a lust for life. Very nice. So this is telling you you are flowering. We had the bloom card at the beginning of the week talking about that as well, Pisces. So let's get some tarot here. More fire energy coming in with the Queen of Wands. The Devil. The High Priestess. Let's pull this out a little bit so we can see all the cards, beautiful Pisces. Yeah, I feel with fire energy, there's a lot of the time, fire gets a bad rap. It does. It's, you know, the devil's in the fiery hell, you know, and, you know, is be careful, don't get burned, you know, all of those sayings is what's coming in here with this Devil card and this Queen of Wands card. Like it's something that sets you on fire and it threatens to burn you up and take you away. I see it as differently. I see the Devil card here more as this devil has you stuck, okay? And it's time to burn those cords away, Pisces. Fire has its place, like everything else. It's one of the basic elements that you need in your life. You can't completely get rid of it. I think that the only reason that people do is that because its destruction is so very evident by what you look and what you see of it. But if you know how to use fire, it can provide you fuel, it can provide heat to your home and put that nice little fire contained within you can offer some fantastic fuel to get you to where you need to go. It can give you the courage to go. It can give you the boost that you need. The High Priestess showing me it can bring some intuition, inner wisdom, receptivity in what you're doing. And it can help you seek answers within yourself. Answers that if you had been too... Fire is very much about action, and if you hadn't been, you know, using that you would be sitting back and not really utilizing everything that you can, okay? This fire energy that comes through, it breaking down your restrictions, it's stopping from you feeling alone to you feeling connected again. And that's an important thing. That's something. And I keep getting that, you know, that devil, fire, hell energy that they keep showing me. So some people are so connected to that imagery of the devil and fire that they just keep it on the back burner. I said back burner. That has no heat to it, and just kind of always never walk into it. They see fire energy as something to be avoided. And I don't feel that you need to avoid it at this time. I think that you need to embrace that you are part of everything, okay? Maybe it's because you've seen this fire energy and you've seen how too much of it has actually caused problems, okay? Too much passion, not used constructively, you know, causes people with obsessions and addictions. But this is the extreme part of it, right? Yeah, they're saying that fire gets a bad rap. Here's the sun. The biggest fireball we have is the sun. Fire gets a bad rap, is what I hear. But I feel that it's because people don't use it constructively. They're showing me is that if you had a blazing fire in front of you, would you use it to maybe, would you use it to equalize a coal space to make it warm? Would you use it to cook things so that you could eat, or warm water so that you could bathe? Or would you just walk into it and let it consume you? You see, so this is what they're saying. It all depends on how you use it, right? You need structure. You're the chess player. You choose how fire is used. You choose how it makes sense to use it, how it's can be fairly distributed and be a source of power instead of a source of loss of power. Okay, which is consumption. So there's a big emphasis on how you use this energy. So yeah, if you guys want to do that, find out. I'm hearing from them. Find out what do you think of fire? Okay, really, do you have a negative relationship with fire? And this could be for real, like actual fire energy, or fire within you. Because both affect the way you think of things, and it affects the energy that you put in your body. Okay? Every time we hear about forest fires, we think, oh, fire can't be controlled. Well, no, it's somebody who is irresponsible or something, a spark. Usually it's somebody who's irresponsible or somebody who's a fire starter. But the land usually, although it causes great devastation, the land recuperates within a couple of years. It's been proven. There's documentaries about it. Fields, my father used to burn fields to get them to, I don't know, you say it would help the soil, it would rejuvenate it. And it did. The grass that grew thereafter was lush and better. It took away the weeds. It burnt out the weeds. And you could plant better. So there are constructive forces and destructive forces in all the elements. Doesn't matter. Same thing with air. Same thing with love or heart space, cups, water. Water can be destructive. Air is destructive. Fire is destructive. Yeah, it's almost like they're wanting to see what kind of relationship you have with everything. The Ace of Wands in reverse. What kind of relationship do you have with the energy of fire? Ooh, they must be, because this is the past, Pisces, I think they want you to reevaluate what kind of energy, yeah. Is it an energy that's burning you up, or is it energy that's going to help you grow? Yeah, they want you to get away from your negative ideas of this. Absolutely. So, it took me a minute here. Took me a few minutes. But this is what they're wanting you to look at, Pisces. Are there some elements that you see as destructive, and they're more destructive than others? Or do you see the beauty and usability of all of them? There's a definite fear of fire here, which is also the idea of becoming a leader in life, right? Because when you lead with fire, you lead with passion and excitement, and you're ready to meet up challenge. There's a lot of energy that comes with fire. It's time to see it as the constructive element that it is. How it helps you reconnect by having the courage. How it helps you, if you can see it as something that can be equalized. I'm very much an equalizer of fire. We heat with wood stove with fire. So it's contained fire. Fire can be a great source of comfort and wellness if you see it that way, right? You can see it as something that grows and helps you in life. The heat of the sun helps flowers grow, okay? If it's too much, it withers. If there's not enough, it doesn't grow. But the same with water. If it rains too much, the seeds drown. They don't, germinate. It's all relative. So they want you to restructure how you see fire, courage, leadership in your mind. They don't want you to see it as something, an unmovable mountain or a wall of fire that you can't breach. They want you to step into the fire, but step into the constructive fire, okay? Don't let it burn you up. Use it to light the way, okay? Take a lantern of fire and let it guide you in the darkness, okay? It's very interesting how a lot of fire energy, especially in this row right here, you see, soul on fire right here. They want you to get a better relationship than you've had in the past. I think it stems from having bad examples myself, is what I'm seeing, is seeing people who were consumed by fire and then getting a fear of it. It may even be your religious definition. I mean, the mental images of, hell and fire pits. Well, that probably didn't help a lot of us. I know for sure it didn't help me any. Which, by the way, if you're new to this channel, I don't subscribe to that. I believe our demons come from within. We don't need help from an outside source. We can create our very own demons right here on the planet. We don't need help, trust me. But it's getting away from this negative connotation of fire. Okay, and the fire energy. If you look at it right here, you see that they're fine. I mean, this is seeing it as a source of enlightenment rather than trying to duck and get away from it, run away from it. Okay, in the shadows. Let it come down. Let it warm your skin. Okay, let it give its positivity and light and happiness. The greatest thing is thinking of the sun, Pisces, okay? After a long winter, you go outside in spring and you look at the sun, and not once do you go, ooh, big ball of fire, in hell. You're looking at it as big ball of light, bringing me vitamin D, making me feel better, okay? So this is what they want you to see. They want you to see the soul and this is the flower spirit. Without the sun, the flower would not bloom. You need this powerful element in your life to help guide you forward. So you need to fix that relationship with fire, Pisces. I know I've never talked about an element this long in my life, but it just keeps coming in. Somehow there's a reconnection that needs to be established. There's been a disconnection of sorts, and you need to reconnect with the fire part of you. I said a couple years back that we were going to turn into fire at one point, and I think it's just that we're going to have the ability to move past our doubts and our fears and have the courage that fire enables us with to move forward and make our dreams come true. And the way we're going to do that is by building positive relationships with all the elements, all the energies, and everything that comes our way. Because when you remove the possibility of feeling fear over things that may or may not, and see them as wisdom and experiences that are going to help us grow, make us stronger, you become an entity of courage and beauty within yourself. And you become pretty indestructible. Yeah, pretty indestructible. Pretty balanced. Pretty growth-oriented. And avoiding negativity. And deceiving yourself into thinking that you're less than you are. Okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces. I'm going to let you go with this one. We're going to come back with the Two of Cups. We're going to look how that's affected you from the past. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. Thank you for being here as always, and I will see you later. Bye for now.